everybody. Welcome back to AM2, round 3 here at Saudi Arabia. I am your host for this evening, Cam Tizzle, with my co-com, DK Nortec.
Yep.
And I want to first start off with running through at least the top 5 in the standings. So Bandu is still at the top of the standings right now with 36 points, and I want to really mention this because Drag King is he's gained 18 spots in the standings after last week, and he is now P2 in the Drivers' Championship. Sarazzle has dropped a spot. He's got 24 points. Fragley, 4th place, he gained 4 spots after last week at 19 points. And round out the top 5, you got Heavy Chalice at 18 points after not racing the first race. He will not be here tonight. Unfortunately, did not check in time, but we'll be having ourselves a pretty good race tonight. DK, what are your thoughts on the track?
My thoughts on the track for a driver by yourself, this is one of the funnest tracks to drive when it's just you. You throw 19 other cars out there, and it is chaotic. It is full throttle. A lot of the lap and very twisty turning walls are on both sides of the track, right on you, especially in turn 3. That is the wall that catches a lot of drivers out the most. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good race. It's going to be fun. Hopefully it's dry. You know, we're in the desert. Hopefully we get ourselves a full dry race this week and can really see who's got the pace to pull away for the rest of the season, you know, a little bit. But I think this is going to be a driver's track, so I'm calling the shot right here, Ferrari 1-2. They called it last week, and I think they are they're the best team, in my opinion, as far as skill, but they've had some bad luck with weather and strategy, so yeah, I'd definitely be looking for those guys. Bandu, like you said, coming off a good result from last week, even with a 10-second time penalty that he received, so championship leader, too. He's starting the season very strong.
Absolutely, Bandu followed up after his first contest speed win in the first race of the season with a pretty good result last week. But you did say Ferrari being your top team. I do want to also point out that McLaren is technically constructors champions at the moment, as it stands.
They are, but we saw it at Australia, in my opinion. Those two guys in Ferraris are some of the fastest in this tier. It's just the races have not just fell their ways. So I think this is a good chance for them to really show what they can do.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. And having one less McLaren on the track tonight definitely gives Ferrari that edge coming into this race. Speaking of the Ferraris, I want to follow along with Fragley coming into the final corner. I believe he is on a lap.
Yep. Little touch of the inside wall there. That turn is tricky how it he's going to go in the pits.
Never mind.
But the final corner is tricky how it does kind of feel like you can take it a little wider, and then it suddenly the wall comes up on the right very quickly. It's a weird apex kind of corner.
Right, absolutely. And kind of what you were talking about earlier about this track being fun to just drive by yourself. I mean, I think that's pretty much just the first sector. The first sector, when you're around other cars, can just be scary. Because you're putting a lot of faith in the drivers in front of you and behind you not to either like check up on you or run to the rear of you, put you into a wall.
Yep.
It's a very tricky section. So, you know, having people that you could feel comfortable with being around is definitely a big help, especially at the start of a race. Everyone.
I was just on board with C9 Wolf, and he is just DNF'd in that sector 1 right there. That is unfortunate. Getting on the power and lost it.
Oh yeah, I just caught that with panned over the soul flat top. He had a good view of his car coming through the corner. Ripped off that left front wheel. Yep. So we got one casualty in that corner.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll see
also
at least one more at some point.
Talk about characteristics of the track too. That second DRS zone through sector 2. I found myself over the years of this track, once they added that DRS zone to the game, It is very quick with the DRS, and that is a tricky braking zone, kind of a blind left-hander that you go into as well, and you can come up on cars very quickly and almost outbrake yourself. So I'd look for that a little bit throughout the race as well.
Right. And I feel like we're going to see some people getting rid of some of their end plates on some of the exits of some of these like little fast corners, like especially that corner you just mentioned. I don't know the turn number off the top of my head, but leading into the final DRS zone, I can see people losing some wings out there, especially going too wide. First sector, you're going to definitely see a lot of end plates flying.
I'm going to jump on board with Razzle, starting to lap one of the Ferrari guys. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys do.
Ooh, keeps them fairly tidy going through turn 2. Pretty well through this first sector.
Kind of being a little smart too, not burning the ERS through there, because very tricky to lose some wheel spin.
Right. I'd say definitely the exit of this right-hander coming up here onto the straight is definitely gonna be real crucial. You can see guys bumping the wall, scrubbing some speed, especially during the race. He keeps it off the wall right here, so definitely a good little run for him so far, at least as far as I can tell.
Yeah, definitely nice and smooth. Doesn't feel like the fastest. Granted, this could just be his first real flying lap. A little loose through that turn you were just talking about. We don't know. So many turns on this track. It's got the most of any other on the calendar. So, yeah, I'm not even going to try.
And saying he set a purple sector 2, actually, according to the game. So he's on track for something pretty nice right here.
Yeah, he's out at ERS though, but it looks like it's going to be provisional P5. Yep.
Not too far off. And be kind of curious to see. Wish I had the information to see where he lost out on B Boogie. B Boogie actually said a
B Boogie up there actually in P1. Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, B Boogie is 6th place in the Drivers' Championship right now with a best finish of. If I can find it. Oh, guess I don't have that information. Never mind.
I think he's definitely I think he's finishing the points both races this season. So, regardless, good effort. Good little dark horse pick potentially for the race.
Yeah, best finish of 5th. I just found that information. Yeah, see, got some pretty good pace in him for sure. We've definitely seen him do some good stuff in the first 2 races of the season. Drag King and Bandit though are not too far off of his time at the moment.
No, I think you said Drag King making up 18 spots. He didn't race the first race. Like I said, newcomer, I believe, last race and won. So,
right.
Did he win? Yes, he did win. Yes.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yes.
Can't believe I forgot about that.
Yep. So second race for his season, and already strong. New to contest of speed, showing a lot of speed so far. Contest of speed, a lot of speed, too many speeds.
We have a lot of guys outside of the 129s right now. Pretty much, if you, at least the way it seems at the moment, if you aren't setting a 129, you're going to be caught out pretty far from the top row at the moment. Io is currently up 4/10 on his lap.
4/10 would put him. It would
P6.
Well, where he's at.
P6. P6.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more than .429. So.
Yeah. Coming through the second sector, though. Let's see where he's at.
Fragley
goes P1 with a 28.6. Yep. And AO, like you said, is 2/10 up. So losing a little bit of time.
I'd say the time that Fragley just said is a huge jump up from the 129s we were just talking about.
Yep, there's some Ferraris. One of them, at least.
coming across final corner. Kept it pretty far away from the wall. He definitely could have used a bit more of the track. But he comes across the line with a 30.1, putting himself in P8. Let's see, anyone else on a lap? Drag King says he's up 4/10.
Yep. If he's up, that will be P2 at least. He's up 4/10.
But
Yep. Oh, he broke into the 28s. Yep. Good lap from Drag King. Showing a lot of speed in his 2 races so far.
The 128s are definitely going to be the time to beat now. We've got 2 drivers into the 128s. They set the tone. Hysteria, though, improves a little bit, not a whole lot. Red Arrow coming across the line, I believe, to start a lap. I'll watch on him for the first sector. Srazzle's on an outlap right now. We can expect the Ferrari Srazzle to contend for the top here soon, potentially. Let's see what he's made of. Red Arrow doing a pretty good job of keeping things nice and tidy through this first sector.
Really got to watch that curb right there on the left. You get the left tires over it and the car bottoms out on it, and you're off the track.
So you're skateboarding. Red Arrow, 3/10. He's on pace for P3 at the moment with his current sector split. We're going to pan over to someone else for a second. I'm curious to see if anyone else is a little bit further along in their lap. Hard to say. I'm going to go back to Red Arrow for now. It's about to reach sector split. It's only 2/10 now. Looks like you lost a little bit of time.
It's also running very low on ERS. That's also probably going to cost him some time there. With how much time you're full throttle on this track, it is very easy to burn through that ERS.
Right. Across the line, only 2/10 game, but he's in P4 now, so found a little bit of time. Nothing too crazy. Srazzle, on the other hand, though, he's up 4/10 through the first sector. On the back straight currently, coming up to the second sector line. But 5/10, so the purple sector too. Does he have the pace to put it up in the top 2, top 3? He's only got one more corner to go. 4 minutes left in this qualifying.
But low on ERS. I don't think this is going to be a very good lap from Srazzle. I think he's going to be in the 129s. Yep. Moves it up to P3 though. Yep.
Yeah, still a good lap regardless. I mean, compared to the rest of the grid at the moment, yep, for sure. You don't necessarily need to put it into the 128s, but if you want to be up there, you're definitely going to have to put in a crazy lap.
The further up the field, the better at this track. It's I anticipate it. I don't want it to be, but I anticipate a very safety car heavy race.
Yeah, let's hope that.
I don't want it to be, but historically speaking, from AM2, safety cars. I think one season, I think this was on F120, like whenever it first came to the game, F121. We actually did not have a safety car, so I was impressed.
Yeah, I think this track is actually the track where I got my first league race win on. I think there was at least like 2 or 3, maybe something like that.
I'll take it. I've personally never been good at this track. I think my best finish is 7.
I do love this track personally.
It is a very fun track to drive, but it is so easy to just, especially around everybody else and trying to be careful, and you lose an in-play here, well, goodbye. So
right.
Heading into the final 2 minutes of qualifying. I'm going to be watching Drag King, if you want to watch it.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, I'm going to start with B Boogie for a second. He's just behind Drag King coming into the final corner right now. So as soon as B Boogie finishes his lap, I'll pan over to the Drag King himself. And B Boogie's going to put himself in P3. He's going to jump Sarazzle with a 129.228. Going over to the Drag King now, though. See if he's got anything for Fragley.
I think that's going to be qualifying over for Sarazzle, so
yeah,
Drag King's the main guy we need to watch.
Bandude's currently on an outlap as well. Drag King up 1/10 at the moment. He's going to need at least 3 more of those. Looks really good through that set of corners right there. Gets it as close to the wall as possible without touch on the wall.
Oh,
Red Arrow's
out
yeah.
and turn 3. Yep.
Got another victim of turn 3. Drag King, though, up 2.5 tenths. He's easing in on him. He's got to get a huge gain on this final corner if he has any hopes of getting pole.
Very good entry, good apex, good exit speed. Can he get a little bit of a toe up the car in front? Could be too far ahead.
Oh, no, and he's going to lose, actually, a couple tenths. But he does improve on his time by a very small margin, but he did improve. Bandu is currently up 3 tenths at the moment, our championship leader. With the current time Bandu's got going on, he will find himself in P5 from the looks of it. If all stays the same.
You can get that last, those 2 corners right there between those DRS zones perfect. That feels amazing. I think that's how you know you're on a good lap.
Sam Bandu had about a quarter of his ERS left coming into this corner. He'll have enough to power out here. Oh, and he's going to put himself in P5 with a 29.5. Not a bad lap, if I do say so myself. Anyone else on a hot lap?
There's a few. There's 3. First one's going to be IO coming across. Got IO, McRib, and Mr. Bow. We're back to back, but McRib looks like he's backing out. Yep. And I think IO's not on a lap. Mr. Bow's on a lap. That's the only guy, Mr. Bow. But I think he's a little down. I think he's gonna stay where he's at.
Yep. Not really getting anything. So it looks to be our qualifying session right there. All done. We got Fragley P1, Drag King P2, B Boogie P3, Sarazzle P4, Bandute rounding up the top 5. Red Arrow becoming a victim to turn 3 in P6, Hysteria P7, FTG P8, IO P9, Sulf Flat Top P10. And you got Whitjay Inception, Rob's Boy, McRib, Sweens, Hypnotic, C9 Wolf, who also was a victim of turn 3. Turn 3 is going to be that corner to watch tonight for potential safety cars and incidents ahead for drivers. 7th Flame in P18. I think he had a quali ban, or maybe that was Beige Rage. I know one of them.
His computer crashed. 7th Flame's computer crashed.
Okay,
so he should be back in for the race. Yep.
But not as close of a quali. This is can be a little tricky track, so definitely not going to be like Austria last week. But where things were definitely a lot more close. But Fragley coming out on top for Ferrari, and Sarazzle not too far behind. Drag King showing that he's definitely a driver to be watching for in AM2 so far with this qualifying, followed by his win last week.
Yep, I'll give a big shout out to B Boogie, impressing qualifying right there in P3 for him.
Oh yeah, B Boogie definitely put in a very respectable time. Can't be sleeping on B Boog. And as long as nobody clicks start, we should have a 2-minute intermission. If you see cars pop up on the track in the next 20 seconds, you know someone did not follow the rules.
Yep. We used to be able to see that who it was. Even as spectators, you used to have everybody's name up
Right.
over there on the side.
I wish they would add that back. It's definitely a key piece of information because it's definitely not a cool rule to break. I mean, in 2 minutes, people might leave their setup for a second, come back, and find out where they've DSQ'd or the races began and cars are piling up.
Yep.
So definitely not.
Oh, it's probably not the best idea, but that's whenever I use the bathroom. If I need to.
It's the same. I do it every time. Yeah, that's post quality is pee break. That's for sure. Gotta make sure you're tip top for the race.
Yep. Impressive so far.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we get results at the end of the race. We also don't have an RLT guy in here tonight, so that's probably why would they need us to do that. So don't let me forget that. I mean, the stream should be able to catch all that, but just in case.
Yep.
Both of us should probably be doing that.
Well, it looks like the drivers behaved themselves tonight with not readying up. So, good for them. Good for them. Good job, AM2. I'm proud of you. I feel like this is when we need some music.
Right. So unfortunately, we're not PC fancy. Got all these little transitions. Just a gong show. Yeah, we ain't the cool kids with the computers, that's for sure.
No, here we go. I got you though. I got you.
Oh, something we used to do. Remember when we used to have like the flute playing before races?
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
a shame we
those
don't
are
have a
good ones.
formation lap to do that anymore. But yeah, man, that's like an iconic contest of speed thing that only people that were here like 4 seasons ago would remember.
Yep, AM2, come for your classic flute during the formation lap. I mean, I can play it through my mic if you really want me to.
I mean, shoot, if we have the time for it, I think someone said something about starting in the next minute. So let me see if I can actually find it. Whoever finds it first.
Oh, that's not what I want. Whoa. Here we go. I got you.
Oh man, the classic days of old contests of speed. It's so stupid, but it's just iconic too.
I can't help but laugh.
All right, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Get rid of the flute. Get rid of the flute. We got 5 red lights. And here we go. Here at Austria, I'm thinking Saudi Arabia. Sarrazzle has a jump start.
Yep. Yeah, they keep it clean. Watch the back markers a little bit. Mid-pack.
Sarrazzle's ghosting big time over there.
I already see wings flying.
Looks like that long wait time just iced Sarrazzle. Say, people keeping it pretty respectable through here. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on in the back. Back up to the top.
Saw some wings flying in the back. There's some end plates missing.
Oh, really?
I see them. I can't figure out who it is. Oh my goodness! And Whip J just ran straight into the back of Rob's boy. All right, where you at? I need to watch what you're watching.
At the moment, it's kind of sit in the middle. It seemed like I missed whatever you had seen. Can you shoot BK an invite to get live time?
Yes.
Go back up to the top here for a second, see how the top of the grid is sorting themselves out. Hysteria at the moment is currently getting pretty close to the back of FTG. Might see a move here into the final corner. If I were him, I'd be sending it. I'd be trying to claim as many spots as you can on lap 1.
You're gonna be on your own for a minute.
Oh, we got a car around the back. That is Rob's boy. Rob's boy got spun around in the final corner. He's backed into the wall with his rear wing, so hopefully didn't get any rear wing damage trying to straighten his car out. Something I do want to mention as well is Sarrazzle's honestly playing a dangerous game by staying out on the track because the safety car comes out. He's not going to be able to serve that drive-through under a safety car. So if I'm him, it's like you get no, there's no safety car, but if a safety car does come out, he's going to be screwed.
Sorry, I'm trying to invite people.
You're good. But Drag King is on the back of Sarrazzle at the moment. Sarrazzle's actually ghosted still, from the looks of it. I don't know if he's actually driving, or if that's like a feature with like people with drive-thrus. Yeah, it's an odd one.
He's definitely driving.
He's definitely driving. He has a snap of oversteer out of one of the corners as a ghost. The ghost wouldn't be doing that, so that's it's odd. We definitely have collisions on. You got people hitting people.
Yeah, definitely happened in the back.
Hey, when you get a second, can you check the lobby settings and make sure that it's set up right? I hope that's not an issue we're gonna have. It does seem like it was just Sarrazzle's car, though.
Collisions are on, yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
Yep, Sarrazzle's coming into the pits to serve that penalty as FTG looking for a move down the inside of Hysteria. Kind of pulls out of it, though, a little bit of a dummy. Nothing doing for him there. Coming up to turn 3 for the little stack of 4 cars we got between Hysteria, FTG, Red Arrow, and IO. They got themselves a small little train going. Pretty much our main battle on track at the moment. Soul Flat Top is actually... Oh, it's Soul Flat Top and C9 Wolf getting into the first sector. And Soul Flat Top's going to get pushed a little wide. Whether it be his fault or not his fault, but he has got himself a 3-second penalty. Definitely potential. And Sarrazzle's still ghosted.
He is. That could just be a glitch in the game from where he jump started.
Yeah, I wonder what other people are seeing. I wonder if other people are seeing him in AI. I don't know. I guess that's something we'll have to find out later on. But for now, can't be worrying about that. We're just gonna stick back up to the top. Driver's got DRS now, and B Boogie is closing in on Fragley.
I would anticipate B Boogie's gonna go for a move right here. He does have the ERS, but he's used a lot of it.
Yeah, he definitely used a lot of his battery right there. He's got about a third.
B Boogie thought about it, playing it smart, playing the log game. You know, you don't want to rush in anything early in the race and ruin it.
Yeah, definitely no point in it right now. Unless you legitimately feel like you're being held up, but Fragley's definitely got some good pace, so sitting in second place, you're pretty much hanging tight. You just can't let the drivers of Drag King and Ben Duke get around you. They're both very solid drivers themselves. Be crucial to keep whatever position you got for them. like he's about to get overtaken. Potentially. As they're going to go too wide. Ooh. Man, they barely sorted out. it's so nerve-wracking going through there too wide.
Yep, and there are 4 cars, top 4 right here heading in the final corner, all nose to nose.
3 wide.
Van Dude's going to send it 3 wide and go for the lead on the outside, 3 wide. Oh my goodness, what a move. And I think Van Dude's going to come out with this if he got the DRS. He did. What a move by Van Dude, but he's still got Drag King on his inside. I think he's gonna have the inside in the turn 2, but he's gonna fall back in line. What a move by Bandit though to make that happen and almost get the lead.
Yes, Drag King, last week's winner, definitely showing what he's made of, showing he belongs in cause.
Sorry, I got excited there.
No problem with that. We got a yellow flag, sector 1. Looks like that's been cleared up now. So flat top, another 3-second time penalty. I believe that puts him up to 6 now. He's caught another penalty that I have not caught yet. I'm gonna check the tires real quick though. I haven't done that yet. So it looks like we had 2 drivers start on the softs. That'd be Hysteria and FTG. Pretty much everyone else at the top on mediums. So interesting dynamic going on here. C9 Wolf up 6 spots. Beige Rage up 5 spots. McRib up 5 spots. Bandu up 3. Those are our biggest winners of the start of the race after lap 5.
Yeah, Bandu gained a lot of time in that DRS zone. In the second one, he's going to look at the outside of this into the final corner. I almost want to play a little. Are they going to play DRS games? I think so, maybe a little bit. Jackson's going to
Ragley wants part of this.
Yep, and B Boogie's back there too. Yep. This is probably like dry races. Top 4 all nose to nose on a track like Saudi Arabia is very impressive and fun to watch.
Definitely allows people to stay closer, that's for sure.
Yep.
So someone just brought up in chat that kind of made me think about this. Apparently, in the next game, you're going to be able to have reverse tracks. So I wonder if that is something we actually bring into a cause calendar. Someone just said reverse Monaco would be insane, chaos.
If that is a thing, I would anticipate it being something like we're doing this season with the wildcard races,
right.
A season 3 type thing. Yeah.
FTG actually went around at the end of the first sector, coming out of the S's, so don't know if that was assisted or not. If that was just on him.
Bandu and Drag King are they going to go side by side through this? Drag King backs out, but Bandu runs a little long into that turn.
Yeah, Bandu does a little bit of a slide job right there, but it ends up working out for him. No contact made. And already go 3 wide.
A little bit of contact there, going to go 3 wide. Yep.
And B Boogie is honest. I think B Boogie could definitely be joining in on this, but I think he's just gonna sit here and wait for somebody to make like a crucial mistake. I don't think he wants any part of this to risk his race.
Well, I don't know. He looks like he's going for P2 right here.
Yeah, he might actually.
They're going 3 wide in the turn 1 a little contact, and there's going to be a VSC. Oh, what's a VSC for? Looks like a Sauber coming out of the last turn. But yeah, that was a little interesting on a turn 1 right there.
Straz is still Ghost, but good battling so far between our top 4 drivers at the moment.
Yep, catch a breath, reel it in, get back going.
What track do you think would be the best in reverse?
I would honestly, everybody wants to do Monaco in reverse, but to me, Monaco's already kind of boring forward. But,
yeah, I think it would just be the novelty at that point, but it wouldn't actually produce good racing. What do you think would be the best in terms of racing?
I honestly wouldn't mind to see maybe. I think Bahrain possibly. I don't know. That's a tough one because I haven't really drove many tracks backwards. So
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
I think Monza backwards could be cool with the first turn being backwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a Parabolica doing like getting a high speed corner. Most of the first corners in F1 usually are like slower speed corners for the most part. So having something like that would be nice because it would kind of give you like Russia vibes. Because Russia's like, you know, first few corners were pretty quick. I felt.
Yep. Had that long turkey style turn 3 to it. I don't know. I just haven't really, even in time trial, like I don't even do that. I just think it's gonna be a little weird too, because like the way some of these tracks are designed, you know, they're designed to go one way. So
Right.
some of the corners are just gonna be very awkward. I think Portugal could be a good one in reverse,
I think Japan would
potentially.
be real weird.
Yeah. What about
Yeah,
that? Let's
backwards
get back
tracks,
to
but no
the.
classic tracks. That's definitely a good point. I wish they brought back classic cars, but neither here or there. We are here in Saudi Arabia. Get a little sidetracked. But Bandu is making a place on B Boogie with that VSC. There was a little bit of a gap that kind of got split up between our top four. Not sure why that was, but it happened. So that's the situation we're in right now. I think B Boogie and Bandu need to stop trading positions as much if they really want to catch up to the pack of Fragley and
Yeah.
Drag King.
Oh, Bandit just ran straight into the wall. I don't know if you saw that on your end.
Yeah, I saw that. Thankfully, it didn't
Yep,
seem
yep.
like he took any damage. His end plate looks fine.
Yep, he's good. Yeah, if I'm those two, they're down 2.1 seconds already. I'm DRS training it as much as possible.
Yeah, they just need to sort out who's the quicker amongst them. And Fragley and Drag King gonna go side by side into the first corner. Ooh, and Drag King's hanging around the outside now on the inside of turn 2. Fragley's gonna get the position though.
Was McRibs retired? Is that on track?
No, he's in the pits.
Yeah.
Drag King though having a really good first sector right here, making it look pretty easy out there. And Bandu is actually caught up quite a bit. Ever since like the final corner, the prior lap, he's gained 8/10 on Drag King alone in the last about minute. 7th lap, 3-second penalty. I believe that's his first of the race. Oh, and is he out? He's out. Virtual safety car. That's out of turn 2. I wonder if there was contact because he got the penalty and then he seems to be out around the corner.
Well, these guys need to figure it out because they're not going to get penalties back here.
I wish there would have been something for me to kind of pan to right there, but if I
Oh,
tried panning over that,
Inception with a 10-second time penalty for 7th flame. The 7th flame is out of the race. That doesn't make sense.
Will we see drivers pit here though? This would be a really good time to see some of the leaders get off these medium tires, and it looks like we got Fragley, Drag King, Bandu, and B Boogie all coming in.
Yep. Hard the rest of the way. I don't know. The tire wear is going to be. I say it's doable, but those tires are probably going to be hurting at the end of the race.
I mean, they just did 10 laps on mediums. Should be alright.
I've never been good at saving tires, so I'm a terrible tire saving strategist, dude. I burned through my tires in 5 seconds, so don't ask me those questions.
I like to think I'm a tire whisperer. I'd say about like season 9, season 10, did a whole race in Austria without pitting, or Netherlands without pitting on wet tires. It almost cost me. It almost cost me the second place victory or second place, but I'd say the guys that pit ended up getting within like 4 seconds of me by the end of that race. So.
Did you say it was a full safety car from the get-go? Because
no, it just says virtual.
No,
it says virtual.
It does say virtual, but the safety car's out, so it's a full safety car.
Huh.
I just noticed that.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that either. I looking at virtual at the top left of my screen.
Well, that's what I was looking at too. And then I go on board Fragley, and I'm like, oh, there's a safety car. What?
Well, looks like we got everybody back together. Sarazzle's still in his ghost form, called Ghostbusters.
I don't know how that's gonna work out. We know he's not. He's driving the car.
Yeah. But can we allow someone to go a whole race in Ghost? Like, I don't think there's a rule for that. I legitimately don't think there's a clause anywhere that has anything to do with like ghosting glitches like this. This is the first I've ever seen this.
Yeah.
Especially for someone who's in the car.
The way he's like driving under, maybe he's just ghosted for us. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe it's just a spectator thing.
Yeah. You know, it is EA.
Yeah, it is EA Sports at the end of the day. That is true. We'll probably have another 2 laps, honestly. We got cars that are really far back right now from pitting, trying to catch up at the moment, so we can expect to sit tight for a good second. At least this is our first full safety car. At least the ones prior were just virtuals. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, we only took 10 laps, so it's a good thing.
Everyone that's here in the chat, I'm gonna ask, what do you think our top 3 finishers are gonna be as things stand currently? Put those predictions in. I'm curious to see y'all's thoughts. Could we see B Boogie win? Could we see Hysteria? We haven't seen the top 4 race. Maybe on the safety car restart, we'll see a resurgence. Is it going to be Bandu, Drag King, or none of them? Are we going to see all guys in the top 5 all lose out to someone on the rest of the grid?
I'm kind of rooting for a B Boogie win.
Mr. Bo needs an invite. If you got him.
Yep. I gotta get used to doing that. Like, I get so locked in on the race that I forget to check the chat.
Oh, I got the chat displaying on my TV.
I'm talking about the Discord chats. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's that is. I don't know if he said anything on the Discord. So.
Red Devil was kind enough to put it in the Twitch chat.
I guess I just need to get in the habit of inviting people. Haven't commentated in a while, and it's a little difficult. Plus, new admin things, so I'm still learning my responsibilities a little bit. So,
right.
Yeah.
Did you notice that BK got in?
Did he?
I didn't notice it all.
No, he said we're just going to do the results because his computer is taking slow. Plus, I don't have him as a friend, and I can't accept a friend request while we're in the race for some reason.
Oh, I mean, I could have done that then. I guess I could have sacrificed for a couple seconds, but it's all good.
I mean, I'd do it. I would do it right now if you can.
Yeah, why don't we get a virtual going? If he's still listening at all and wants to even get a little bit of it, we can at least see if he's even online. Doesn't appear so. Alright, I'm not gonna... Well, actually, that's PlayStation. That's just PlayStation people. EA friends. That's probably where I should be looking. Nope. Alright, that's alright. No worries. Keep pushing. But this should be our last lap under safety car, though. Should be getting back to it momentarily. I didn't see anyone post any predictions in chat, like I said.
I'm looking forward to B Boogie win just because I want to hear your awesome coming across the line. Simon.
Yeah, last week I kind of let Drag King down. I feel like it definitely could have been a lot better, but.
Oh, B Boogie's left. Oh no, let me get him back in. Let me get him back in.
Bow like that. Wait, B Boogie or Mr. Bow?
No, B Boogie like
B
that.
Boogie. Oh
Yeah.
no. Safety car
B
in this
Boogie, if
lap.
you're
I don't think he's
listening,
gonna
I
be in.
sent you invites.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be back in time. But that's right though. He shouldn't lose too much. He'll lose a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. Wilkesy, these races are not for money. Do not currently have any cash prizes. Fragley is back underway though, I think. Nope. Just had a horrible camera. Yeah, man. But looks like Fragley kind of got jumped off the line on a restart, and Drag King is going to retake first place. Up in the P4 with B-Boogie's Ghost. Kind of letting him back. We hope we get him back here soon. That would be very sad. And Razzle just ghosting through the grid here.
Oh, Bandoot!
Oh,
Bandoot just spun out, yeah! Oh, God.
No, not Bandoot.
Oh, the championship leader caught the curbs in second lane. He's got wing damage, too, and a lot of it.
That's tragic right there. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, we got B Boogie back. He's good. But newcomer up here in the top 3, Hysteria. One of my guys I wanted to watch this season. He's gonna be within DRS and everything once they come across the line. And it's activated.
Bandu fan club in the chat right now in absolute tears. They are appalled at what has developed here. But Fragley, he's been pretty strong this race. I think we can definitely expect him to retake this spot. Some part things keeping it kind of tidy for now. Inception and Red Arrow having going side by side through turn 1 and turn 2. Inception is going to get the better of him there. Inception currently looks like he might be working his way through the grid. Oh, he had a little bit of a moment there, but he was trying to get Beige Rage.
Yeah, ran into the back of him a little bit and Gear stepped out.
Red Arrow kind of did a little wall tap there. Oh, and Inception's making a dive down to the inside into the spoon-like corner. Beige Rage to be on the back foot here. B-Boogie, though, coming up to the back of Io. B-Boogie looks to be harvesting a little bit of battery. And even then, still going to make a move around the outside. Long left corner at the end of the lap, coming to the final corner. Gets the spot. Gets his way back up to P4, and he is looking to get back into that fight. Io's just going to trade places back with B-Boogie, it looks like, potentially. Yeah, he does, and Fragley, Drag King going side by side through turn 1, turn 2. Fragley gets a drive out of turn 2. FTG is back in the lobby as well.
Fragley and Drag King battling in turn 1, kind of in the last corner is the last Hysteria. He's there, but I just noticed Hysteria's on medium tires. So, is he going to try to take those to the end?
Did he start on mediums?
Let me check. They're new mediums. No, Hysteria started on the softs, actually.
Ah, interesting. And we got a virtual safety car here. That looks to be possibly for something. Yeah, I can't tell who that would have been. Rage Rage gets a drive-through, speeding under VSC. I wonder if those mediums will start firing up soon for Hysteria. I mean, they had quite a few laps under safety cars, so he won't have to do too much hard work at the very end with the life of his tires at that point. I think he did about 3 laps under safety car. I think he'll end up doing about 12. But he'll do. Yeah. I mean, his tires will be about what is it? 16 laps old, but I mean they probably did like 13, 14 laps of like actual racing on these tires. Yeah, it'll still be pretty old for the mediums, I guess. Yeah. But I'd like to see these tires help him out a bit more in this early part of the second stint.
Yep. After the VSC, Drag King's almost out of DRS from Fragley there. I'm sure Hysteria is going to attack as much as possible too.
And Hysteria is real close to the back of Drag King right now, so flat. It's another 3-second penalty. I believe that's up to 9 that I can recall.
Yes.
Hysteria is going to be forced to go around the outside into the final corner here. Both of them catching up to Fragley here. Drag King's going to assert himself on the inside. Hysteria going to go for a little bit of a switchback.
Yep. But they keep battling. I just noticed Big Boogie is getting passed by AO right now, but they're closing up too. They're gaining on these guys.
Car. But yeah, they're definitely on the back of Fragley. Keep checking, see how much ERS Fragley has.
Fragley has 57.
Thank you. Hysteria was kind of flirting with track limits on the exit of the S's.
Yeah, he's suffering from a lot of understeer. It looks like he's riding a more with him. Getting a little spread out. Top 3 are still fairly close.
Right. B-Boogie though, gonna be probably getting another attempt at IO again. Those two have just been trading positions ever since this safety car restart. And FTG is out of the session again. B-Boogie going to be looking potentially around the outside. Looks like he's going to think to just stay behind him for now and get this DRS.
I think B Boogie's got the pace to kind of lead that little train right there.
Right. Srazzle though is definitely struggling to get back up into this groove here. The constant DRS is definitely not helping him. He's having to work a lot harder to climb back up to the top.
So Fly Top gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So Razzle's starting to track limits a little bit too.
Deception right now is really close to the back of FTG at the moment. He's going to have a little bit of a run going into this spoon-like corner. I wish I knew what turn number it is, but he's going to back out for now.
We'll just call it spoon-like. I like spoon-like.
Spoon. I don't want to say spoon corner because that's a corner name in Japan, but Japan. But I don't have anything else for it.
Spoon-like. I remember several years ago, whenever we did Vietnam, Kitten would always call kind of the long left-hander at that track the traffic circle section. This is always what he called it.
The traffic circle.
The traffic circle section.
Yeah. The roundabout.
So, yeah, we just make up stuff here sometimes.
Yeah, when you got a track that doesn't really have turn names, kind of gotta just, say what comes to mind.
Drag King retakes the lead on Fragley. B-Boogie and Io have switched positions again, and that constant switching, they've lost a whole second to Hysteria.
Right. So Io's got a penalty too. You think he would just be kind of sitting behind Boogie and just letting, unless he really feels like he's that much faster, but if you're just constantly battling with someone like B-Boogie or whatever, it'd just be better just to sit behind him and let him drive you into the sunset. As Fragley is kind of looking to almost make a move there, but I think it's better if he's going to get DRS here onto the back straight.
Not the best passing opportunity, but it looks like he's going to go for it. He's going to have the inside, which turns it and backs out of it. That's kind of very smart. Leave it for right here. But here comes Hysteria. Hysteria is right there as well. It's going DRS. Hysteria is burning it. Hysteria is going to sit it on the inside of Drag King. Is he going to sit it on the inside of Fragley? No, thinks better of it. Fragley with a little lockup.
Hysteria's also set himself up to get DRS on this straight and potentially even take the lead.
Yep, here he comes.
Looks like it might just happen.
Yep. Burned a lot of ERS in the process, though, doing all that. But new leader, Hysteria.
At least you can say he's technically led a lap. I think he got did he get the move done before the line? I don't know, but
I don't think so.
Oh, and Fragley makes a little bit of contact with the inside wall. Kind of unsettled the car a little bit. It doesn't appear to have damage, but probably gave him a heart attack for a second.
Yep, he's also burning ERS. We try to stay within that DRS of Hysteria.
Deception and Sweens are probably our next closest battle on track, and Deception has been on the attack every time I've been looking at him for the last little bit. And Sweens must be probably putting up a really good defense. I think he's been battling the Sweens the last handful of laps. Sweens, the driver we have not really panned over to too much, but he's having a pretty solid race. I don't think in the first couple races, I don't think he finished inside the top 10, so Williams going to get some points this week. Potentially.
Looks like at least a couple. Yep, not over yet, but could get a couple. 6 laps to go, coming to 5. Hysteria, hopefully he leads the lap.
Inception gets a penalty.
Nope.
I could potentially set up with Jay to get a couple spots.
Woodjay is a guy too, like last week got caught up in a crash, but up there in P10 right now, looking at a potentially P8 finish with penalties as of right now. Fragley's retaking the lead. Hysteria still holding P2. Drag King's kind of fell back a little bit, but it looks like he's charging a lot of ERS.
I said Io's actually closing pretty closely onto the back of Drag King now. They're getting really close to get some DRS and bring Io and B-Boogie back into the mix.
It's gonna get real. Those top 3 keep doing what they're doing. I know Hysteria is gonna want to lead this race. So he's definitely going to be putting pressure on Fragley in these DRS zones.
Yeah, the issue for Hysteria right now is just basically tire wear. I mean, it doesn't look like it's hurting him too much at the moment, but in those tricky traction zones, it's definitely going to cost him a little bit more in these final few laps.
Mr. Bell picks up 3 seconds. Hysteria just going to tuck in line right now. Coming to 4 laps to go in the race. The gap between Drag King and AO is going back up to 2.1 seconds. Here comes Drag King. Drag King backs out of a little switchback going P2.
I thought about to see some contact there. It was so close between Hysteria.
I thought Drag King was gonna send it all the way up to P1.
It didn't kind of look like that, didn't it? But now, like Hysteria, though, almost it wouldn't have even been his fault, but he almost gave Drag King a little clip on the right rear.
Yep, I was certain. B Boogie's got by Io. I don't know if he caught that, but he's also in DRS range now of Hysteria. This is gonna be yellow and a safety car.
Safety car. Man! A safety car.
As it gets good, no way. This is gonna be a one-lap shootout. I believe one lap, maybe two.
I think it's just gonna be two. I think the safety car might stay out up until and come in at the beginning of lap 24. There might only be one lap at DRS.
Yep. I think they're going to pick it up. They're going to pick it up this lap, which will be lap 23. It could come, if they all pit, it might go in this lap as well, too.
Dude, this might be a melee. I think we're about to witness a melee right here. We're going to witness some vehicular murder live on stream. Someone's going to take someone out, whether it be, just carelessness, a last second hurrah.
All the leaders are staying out. That's kind of...
It
kind of surprises me. I mean, I feel like with where they're at, though, if everybody just goes in for softs,
that's what Io did. Given Io's got penalties or whatever, but I would have figured Sarrazzle would have came in because he's got a huge gap back there. Sarrazzle actually would have been set up the most pit because he's on the back of this pack of cars, and there's no one really behind him. No one pit in front of him. You might as well get yourself some new rubber, but that's not the choice he made, and we are in for something potentially very special.
Potentially special or potentially devastating. Maybe both.
It'd be devastating depending on who you want to win, potentially. Bandute's going to be starting 9th, though, on 9-lap-old mediums. Championship leader. He's got 2 cars in front of him that are in pretty old hards. And have penalties.
I really hope the safety car goes in this lap, because I want to see these guys with at least 1 lap of DRS.
Right. If Bandute has good enough pace, though, he might be able to salvage his spin back for P6, but I think Io on the softs, it could be a little problematic for him, but
we'll just have to wait and see. Penalties are going to help him, but I think the safety car is staying out another lap because they've got...
Good.
I was going to say because the safety car is past Sector 3. Oh, the safety car is in this lap.
Yeah, can you do a quick little look and see if Fragley... No, don't worry about it. If they get a penalty, they get a penalty.
Okay.
I was going to say check for penalties, but it's a little kind of late now. Tuned into the action here. When's Fragley going to go? Last time during safety car, he got jumped by Drag King.
Yeah, I think he's got to take it almost as long as he can. As he's gone now.
Well, the rest of the grid hasn't really caught up either, but
yeah,
they're on their way now. We've got about 8 cars in this lead pack at the moment.
I don't know how we're gonna handle this. Sarrazzle being ghosted, though.
Right. That's kind of shady.
Yeah.
He's kind of taking advantage of that too. I mean, can you fault him? Not really, but I mean, at the same time, if you've been ghosted the whole race, at least try to, make legit overtakes. You gotta at least attempt to do something, like that.
Yeah. B Boogie's falling back to P6. That is. I think with this late in the race, I think everybody should just pit for soft because I don't want to be on cold hards, ever. So.
I say send it. Stay out there. But Fragley doing pretty good to keep the lead here. Again, there's no DRS this lap. We're going to have to wait until the beginning of the final lap to get some DRS, and it's only going to be 2 DRS zones for Fragley to contend with.
Well, about 2.5. That third one's gonna come into play a little bit.
Well, at the beginning of the final lap, we're not going to have a. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Technically, yeah, you're right.
About 2.5 DRS zones.
But coming to the final corner here, it could be anybody's race at this point.
And the top 6 all together.
I think it's going to come down roughly to see who saved DRS or saved ERS the most.
So here we go. Io jumps into P3, but he does have that 3-second time penalty. Hysteria is going to fight him back.
I wonder if Io thinks he can maybe get that penalty removed.
I don't know. So Razzle's just going to go through everybody. I mean,
yeah, he's just going to go through everybody.
I don't know.
That's some shady stuff right there, but
I don't know.
I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't see at least somebody wreck. I mean, we didn't have the whole grid up there, but honestly impressed the fact that no one has found themselves in a wall. That's kind of
here we go. It's all to play for. 2 DRS zones. Which one does Drag King decide to use? He's probably going to wait till the last corner. Fragley's using battery now. I'd be saving it. You know Drag King's not going to try to do anything right here.
Right. And if you're Fragley, you pretty much just got to hold this left side of part of the track right here.
There we go.
So to come down to these final few corners here, Drag King, Fragley coming into the final corner here. Fragley's going to send it on the inside. He's going to... Oh, I think they made a little bit of contact, but Fragley loses the momentum. Hysteria's around. B-Boogie's out.
B-Boogie, as Drag King's going to go back-to-back wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I kind of stole your thunder there. But,
yeah. You're good. But, yeah, we got a Ferrari 2-3. The third place is going to be probably under question on the legitimacy of that. But, yeah, Io keeps fourth place with all that chaos that happened there at the end. B-Boogie with a really great race. Unfortunately, all ends at the final corner. Hysteria had a good race as well. Finds himself in P8. Sweens got 5th place. Bandoot P6. Good recovery from Bandoot. But props to the Sweens and Io. We hadn't seen them the first 2 races at the top, so happy to see them get a good outing here tonight. But man, I wish I had a better angle of what happened on the final corner, because definitely didn't have a B-Boogie and Hysteria crashing out.
It was synchronized spins coming out of the final corner, straight into the wall. That is what that was.
Swings got driver of the day, but Drag King, a really good performance yet again. Finds himself on the podium in first place for the second time in a row this season. Definitely, I think that might put him. Yeah, it's going to put him in the lead for the Drivers' Championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 50 points accumulated through 2 races with Bandoot. I think Bandoot will finish P6. So yeah. I would say that could potentially put Drag King in the championship lead, yeah.
But anyways, our results here tonight, we got Drag King, your race winner, P1, Fragley P2, Srazzle P3, maybe, Io P4, Sweens P5, great drive from him, Bandoot P6, FTG P7, Hysteria P8, Witch P9, Inception rounding out the top 10, followed by C9 Wolf, Soul Flat Top, Beige Rage, Red Arrow, Hypnotic, B-Boogie, and I did not catch the rest. But I think the stream should have caught all the gaps. It should have caught all the gaps. Well, what else we got? What do we got here? I know Srazzle and Fragley are PlayStation. I don't think was Drag King? No, he's Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get him in here, so I want to get our P2 and P3 finisher in here tonight. Let's see what we got. I'll be right back in just moments. I'm gonna message him in the chat real quick, and okay, we got Fragley in here.
Here you go. While you do that, I'm gonna provide us with some music.
I was expecting a flute.
No, we already did that.
All right, let's see here. Fragley, do you know if Sarrazzle's coming?
They're both in here.
Oh, he's in here. Oh, I saw the Fragley joined. But anyways, yeah, we'll get started with that. Fragley, you had a pretty good solid race tonight. You were definitely class of the field alongside Drag King. You guys had a pretty good battles throughout the race. Hysteria kind of joining in there at the end made it interesting. B Boogie earlier on as well. What are your thoughts on the race?
It was a really fun race. It was a little unfortunate for that safety car at the end. Definitely with that DRS, I came in on the last corner. Drag King, and I kind of outrun myself, so he deserved the win. It was a good race. It was fun.
Yeah, saying Drag King definitely is kind of creeping into the scene here, showing that he is going to be someone to look out for the rest of the races this season. It wasn't just a one race fluke. He is definitely a driver to be reckoned with. Um, DK, do you have any questions for Fragley?
I'm still waiting on you to win a race, man. I hyped y'all up again.
I know.
Still waiting on it.
I felt like this was the one, but that was unfortunate just at the end. And it was a good race by um, King Drag, but hopefully next race we should hopefully get a double win for our a legit one.
Yeah, say because that's kind of like the big question about your compatriot in P3, Sarrazzle. So ghosting the whole race. No fault of your own, it seems. I mean, I don't think you had any control of that. But what are your thoughts? Titan, you finished P3, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, I my car glitched at the very beginning. It said I had to drive through when I didn't start early, so I have no idea what happened there to begin with. And then to start it, nobody else was racing me fair. Everyone else was passing while I was ghosted, so I figured I'd just race my race.
Yeah, you know, it's a fair point, I suppose. But but yeah, I mean,
I was thinking about it. I was trying to race people fair, but at the exact same time, people were going through me, so I just figured I'd race it at the end of the day and see what happens.
right. Yeah,
There was nothing I could have changed. I was 20 laps in ghost, so
yeah. I don't know what can be done about that. I don't know if there's even any clause or rules in the Discord to even take back something like that. So we'll find out. I mean, if someone reports it,
there's going to be a Sarrazzle rule now.
you get a whole Sarrazzle rule. Sarrazzle gate. I say I was about to be calling the Ghostbusters in on you.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens and see how it stands. But I figured I would just race the race because nobody else is racing fairly, or not fairly, but everyone else is going through me. So I figured I'd just race
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
yeah, good show. Uh, DK, got any thing for Sarrazzle?
No, I think so. I just want to say congrats to all y'all. It was a very entertaining race to watch. One of the probably the best one this season. So I know next week I'll get ready for the what is it? The mandatory use all three compounds.
I,
So,
yeah, that's gonna be interesting at Japan for
yep.
sure. Fragley, Sarazzle, are you guys feeling good about Japan?
Yeah, Japan. I love Japan. It's a really fun track to race. The only thing I'm kind of curious about is the re-tires and how that's gonna kind of play out for the race. So
Right. Say
Yep.
because
Just
excited for it.
I could see a
keep an
lot of
eye
guys
out.
starting on
No, so,
softs just to pit right away. Although
I can see that.
I think it'll still be better to at least run a few laps on them though, or potentially do like like 5 laps on the hards, and then run most of your race on the medium tires, and then do like another like 6 laps on the softs or something like that. It could be. It's really going to be interesting to see the strategy choice for everybody. See what ends up being the best combination, like in terms of tire allocation. So I'm
Yeah,
looking
it's
forward
gonna be
to that.
interesting to see what people do with it. So I'm excited for it. It should switch things up a little bit. So
Right, and you guys are going to be some really good guinea pigs for me in AM1 because I'll be commentating, so I'll get a little bit of insights, going into that, see what ends up being the cheese, so to speak, the pit stop cheese. But yeah, if no one else has anything to say or whatever, we'll close things out for the night. Anything? Anybody else? All right, guess
congrats
nobody. All
again.
right, so yep, congrats for sure. But anyways, that has been AM2 here at Saudi Arabia. Tomorrow night, around the same time at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have AM1. So be on the lookout for that. Your boy will be racing in it. Should be a good little race. Last week's qualifying in AM1 was it had down to 16th or 17th place was zero point 0.5 seconds, and the top five was a gap or a tenth in terms of gap for qualifying. So if that carries into tomorrow, we could have a really crazy race on our hands yet again. So check in tomorrow. EU races, I believe 9 p.m. GMT as well. I forget which EU tier it is, but 9 p.m. UK time. Check out the EU tiers. And I have been Cam Tizzle, and you guys have a great night.